Greetings and welcome to the Lightroom forecast, beautiful Leos, for your water well reading today. Let's get stuck into it. We're doing just a shortened Celtic cross today, and then we'll pull a journey map card, a Brian Froud Fairy and Pixie card, and one of my star cards. So let's see what's the central point for Leo at the momento. Excuse me. Let's just see. And then we look at the basis. What's behind you, where you are, what's in front of you. Wow. So we get two cards that came out. First up, in the central position representing you at the moment, we've got the beautiful Queen of Accuracy and Precision, this crystal clear cut Queen. And what makes it even more intensely acute in an airy, mindful, precise way is that we have this gorgeous gift that comes down through and from the divine, this beautiful ace. If you can see it, it's quite early in the morning here, so the light's starting to get intense already. This beautiful ace is crossing you, Queen. Now this may well be someone in your life, or it could, Leo, my dear friends, represent yourself. This gorgeous Queen, some decisions, or we're digesting this gift at this current time. It's just moving on through. Wow. Epiphany, clarity, definitely. Let's just see the basis of this situation for you, gorgeous Leos. Now this just eased its way out. We have the Aeon card, the basis of this situation. When we're thinking in terms of matters of the heart, you know, most things we do, whether we're conscious or not so conscious of it, we do operate generally from our heart. Well, not always, but it's ideal to keep remembering that. So we have the Aeon in the Thoth deck. It's called the Aeon. It's a beautiful card. It's Judgment. What I get here is you're certainly in having whatever's going on around you, discernment at this current time. I'm not suggesting you're lying in judgment of anyone else, but you're certainly possibly judging yourself. Judgment's not really, it's not so much about that though. It's about natural law. The natural balance of all things. Now, this is very mental. I don't mean mental like, mental. It's mind in here. We may have been presented with some things at this current time. Of course, we'll keep going, we'll keep shuffling, that pertain to the past, which have an impact on our immediate future. Judgment is often past, present, and future all at once, appearing in your world to you at any given time. So all of those things all at once. It's quite hard to explain, and because it seems very abstract to suggest that that can happen, but it does happen. Let's just see what's behind you currently, or what was past. Yeah, this the very mind-orientated reading. We have the Princess of Swords. Now, the princess is a apprentice of sorts. What I mean by that, an apprentice of her own personal power. So we see her in a lofty position, but she's not yet cleared the cloud layer. In fact, she can't see much around her because of that cloud, because of the layers of cloud. But it's not stopping her from exerting huge amounts of energy with her sword. But she actually doesn't have a target as such. It can be, and in this case I feel it to be, a card of a certain element of confusion. Remembering this is what's behind you currently. This is the past, recent past. I often feel a little bit, I'm not going to say feel sorry, because I don't believe in that term. I feel a large level of compassion for the Princess of Swords, because she is finding her way, and she's finding her way to something, but she's not quite there yet. But she is exerting a lot of energy, my dear Leos. Past, of course. Now, currently, what's happening for beautiful Leos out there? Oh my goodness. Now, this card's been coming out a lot this week. Currently, wow, the radiant 10 of Cups. Clearly something has been figured out in your acute and sharp mind, dear Leos. You recognize what materializes around you. You see it, this bounty of emotional success. We're talking success. You see it in the material around you at this current time. The other thing about these cards as they're coming out is that you may well have been embodying that princess for a period of time, actually for a reasonable period of time. But what do you think's happened? There's been a graduation where we see you presenting now as the Queen, and I do believe it is you, dear Leos, that you're embodying the aspects of the Queen, because you were touched by the sword of clarity and discernment here. Allowed it through. It's beautiful. As we look ahead, as we just look ahead a little bit, I'm perched up today because I'm just so short. I'm perched up on one of my favourite books, and it's an old classic, Bullfinch's Mythology. It's a fantastic book, and it's quite high, but it's really good to sit on. Sorry, Bullfinch. I love that book. I think it was written originally in about 17 90 or something. Just to get a bit elevated here. So as we look for beautiful Leos, lovely fiery lions and lionesses, what's ahead at this point? Just one card, please. Pardon me. Thank you. Right. Now you're in a fantastic position for the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is all about standing up for your principles, your integrity is not to be trifled with, beautiful Leos, at this current time. That's what it feels like, your integrity. You know, it seems whatever situation this is, and we are talking about potential love. Well, we're not. We're talking about love, not potential love. Love in all its forms, in all its different forms, and under all its different names here. So we see in an interesting way that the beautiful fiery Leo and I must say, you know, I often think Leos have an incredibly fabulous analytical mind, bolstered and supported by a really intense, forceful will. Now, I think this is a wonderful combination, and I feel that you're sort of riding if it's the right word, an apex. You're on the apex of this at this current time, for whatever reason and whatever is going on. To me, it's like a realization of sorts that, you know, maybe there has been a review going on over the last 10 years. You've been doing a review, certain key aspects of tripping up have become quite clear to you. But within this, there's a lot of love around you. And we talk about love. We talk about love from family and friends, from lovers, workplaces, everywhere, nature. And there's a call somehow that you really want to, or you feel that you're really able to stand up quite proudly and defend your personal truth, and it's not impacted by anything else here. It's quite interesting, beautiful Leos. Now, we'll get, oh look, let's just clarify, shall we? Let's clarify a wee bit. What I'm interested in here. What was this ace? It is a gift. Just one card, please, for the ace. Wow. Oh, this is a gift. We get the Hierophant. Often people will take the Hierophant as representing institutions, churches, councils, governments, that kind of thing. Because, of course, if you go back many hundreds of years, are represented in traditional tarot, that the church really ran governments and nations, kingdoms. To me, the Hierophant is handing over a key. It's about esoteric information coming through in a very precise way. There's no way to confuse it, I feel, here with the Ace of Swords. The Queen is ready for this information, and in fact has wanted it for a long time. Esoteric spiritual information in regards to you and your world. It's quite intense. Can we look at Judgment, please? Just a card for beautiful Leos. For Judgment for the Eon. The Eon speaks. The word itself, doesn't it? Past, present and future. We are in it. It's been before, it is ahead, but we're in it, and it's all in one package. The Eon, Judgment, the Queen of Swords again. This is interesting, Leo, and I think you probably, clearly if it resonates, know more than I think. It's pretty amazing. Oh, pretty amazing. Look. Excuse me. We're just getting cards coming out. Too many. Can we see this Seven of Wands, this need? As we venture ahead, this need to stand up for our principles, dear Leo. Because that's how you secure your happy home, my dear friends, which I think is very important. We've got 2 tens. It does feel like this collection of cards, this reading, it does feel like to me it's like a wrapping up. Somehow, a wrapping up. We've got 2 tens, ends of cycles, Judgment. Truth coming through from the divine, from Kita, the top of the tree, the crown. This is personal truths in your life, spiritual truths through the Hierophant, in unison with that gift of the Ace. 10 of Discs, tribe, community, our roots. We see it around us. This is physical. The 10 is at the end, though. It's a representation of material bounty. It does feel like a wrapping up scenario. Wrapping up. Oh, I'm getting tangled. Beautiful Leos, let's get a journey map card. Just one card from the journey map to make some more, to just see. It's like there's something secret here. There's a secretive feel about it. Some things, we get the messenger. He comes to remind us of childhood dreams, of those feelings of, when you're a child, you go back to about the age of 7 and think about, well, what did you want to be? What did you want to become at that age? And I think some of the time, all those things are still true. But we get in the washing machine of life, and we get spun around a wee bit and sometimes lose that. The messenger comes to remind us of those hopes and dreams and the bounty of optimism that we once had. It's a beautiful card. We have gold dust flying around wherever the messenger goes, and he sprinkles it upon you, dear Leo. There's a reminder here There's a reminder, a wrapping up, possibly a new beginning. A new beginning of sorts. Let's get a Brian Froud Fairy Oracle card. A light dust of fairy glitter. And we get the Retriever. Now this beautiful card, speaking of things of the past, remembering childhood dreams. You can't really make these things up. The Retriever comes back, reminds you of something from the past, brings it back to you, beautiful Leos. The Retriever. He's coming back with something you felt possibly that you'd lost along the way. This is essence. Whatever it, if there was anything that you felt you'd lost as an essence of what I just hear is original self. I don't know why. So this is a beautiful card. Look at his gorgeous wee face. He's so lovely. And his crown is all lit up, receiving this Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. But he comes back to you. He brings you something in your life is returning that you thought you had lost, dear Leo people. Now, if that's not a cause to be optimistic, I don't know what is, because I think it's something pretty amazing. Wherever you are in this world, we'll get a wee star card. We'll get a wee star card for beautiful Leos, please, today. Let's see. Beautiful star. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, 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 Leo. You've opened the door of value. Now, this is your value. You've recognized it. You've walked towards it. You've reached for that doorknob and you've opened the door. You're walking through it right now. The door of value, you could look at it like the Ace of Discs. Sometimes it's seen as a doorway. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful reading, a somewhat mysterious reading. There's delicate paths that have been trodden on, walked through, along, on, in this reading. A personal journey, if we're looking at love currents, of which we are, Leo, I think you're rediscovering the love for yourself. So this is even more special, because that can only radiate out and around you to all those other people that love you too. Beautiful. Look, gorgeous ones, thank you for joining me, Leo. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful, wonderful week and take good care. And keep that optimism. Keep it. Keep it, keep it, keep it. You're on a wonderful path. Thank you, my friends. Take good care now. Ka kite from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Thank you.